Now that my druid is level 70, it was time to hit the grind and get ready for mythics, but with the Forbidden Reach in 10.0.7, it was the easiest thing I've done in a while. We'll be using Elemental Overflow, the Bind on Account drops, untapped Forbidden Knowledges, the Sacks of Oddities, and of course, the new Ring. Now, if you're on a main character, you'll have to do the whole quest line, of course, but if you're on an alt, you can skip it. But don't yet. The quest that just takes you to the Forbidden Reach actually gives you a Bind on Account 385 cloak, so you should probably do that. Besides, don't worry, you will get another chance to skip the quest line after the first few quests and after getting your first untapped Forbidden Knowledge, at least from the quest line. After that, just kill rares. It's just that easy. Anyway, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. I'm just kidding, of course, just kidding, but seriously, that's where everything comes from. You can also really do anything that pops up on the map, including the Primalist Storms and the chests, though I wouldn't do like little bonus events, like the ones that come up and, while leveling they give you extra experience and ones like that. They don't really give you anything. But the rares will drop 1,000+ Elemental Overflow each, and they drop Bind on Account items, the untapped Forbidden Knowledges, and Scara Vault keys like candy, and they spawn crazy fast. Now, the vendor that sells Elemental Overflow gear from Valdrakken can be found in Morkut Village, the new hub in the Forbidden Reach. And considering you don't need more than like 4,000 Elemental Overflow to get a full set of the gear from them, just a few rares should be enough for you to go and do it. It might be pretty difficult at first not having much gear, but just a tap of the rares at first will be enough until you get this gear and can hold your own. After that, just keep farming rares to get Bind on Account items that can be turned into rank 2 item level 385 Elemental Overflow gear, which can now be further upgraded into rank 3 item level 395 pieces using the untapped Forbidden Knowledges you're getting, which, like everything else, are not hard to come by. But what about the excess Elemental Overflow you're getting now that you bought a full set of gear? Well, in Morkut Village, there's an area where you can get a daily envoy quest from a representative of one of the 4 reputations, and it's there you'll find Cataloger Dela, who you should go to use your excess overflow to buy all the sacks of oddities you can. These things have a chance of dropping one of the same things you can get from the rares, so Bind on Accounts, untapped Forbidden Knowledges, Scara Vault keys, or if you're unlucky, it'll just give you some of the overflow you spent back, which is fine because you can usually just buy another sack with it anyway. So now you've done a little rare farming and you've got a bunch of item level 385 to 395 gear by getting Bind on Account drops and spamming sacks of oddities, but what are those Scara Vault keys I mentioned a couple times previously? Well, when you completed, or skipped, the rest of the quest line, you will have unlocked the quest that takes you to the Scara Vault to explore. The keys you've collected will be used to open all the rooms in this vault, and in those rooms, you'll be finding a lot of primordial stones, which are stones with different effects that can be socketed like gems into the new item level 405 ring you find in the vault, the Onyx Amulet. After all is said and done, this is the cherry on top, and your character should be more than mythic ready. This is what my druid looked like after everything, and from start to finish, it was about an hour and a half. You shouldn't need the help of a main, and honestly, that time probably could have been quicker. Now, some quick final notes before we end off. I wouldn't worry about trying to upgrade any of the Elemental Overflow gear you got from the vendor to rank 2 with Storm Sigils, as they're still capped. You can only get them from the Primal Storms and the Dragon Isles, and you'd really be better off just looking for the gear through the Bind on Account drops. But, in case you run out of rares or are just looking for something different to do, you can go participate in the Primal Storms that happen on the Dragon Isles, as they can now also drop these Bind on Account items and stuff. And lastly, don't forget, you can use the Catalyst to change the gear you get to tier set pieces. So, yeah, great gear, new ring, tier set pieces, what more do you want? Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed it and thought it was helpful, let me know by pressing one of those buttons down below that help me out. Also, feel free to suggest ideas for what to do next, and I'll see you there. Have a good one.